Hi everyone, Nisi's back with another tutorial and I'm going to show you how to make a granny square. And with a granny square, you can make baby blankets, adult blankets, you can make any size blanket that you want. Here is a sample of what you can make. This is a baby blanket. Okay, and you can add colors too. All right, this is the baby blanket. All right, see it? And after you make whatever size blanket you want, I can show you how to make a nice border. And all this border is a single crochet all the way around with the picot design. This is the picot stitch, okay? So are we ready to learn how to make a granny square so you can make your own blanket or a blanket as a gift? Let's go. Today I'm using a size J needle, or you can use an I. I'm using this Red Heart Super Saver. It's a number 4 and the color is carrot. So let's go. We're going to make the loop back to front, and over for your loop. We are going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to take the hook to the first chain and we're going to close and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We just closed the 6 chains. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to make a loop back to front, and over the finger. Close the loop. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to take the hook to the first chain and we're going to close it so that it becomes a circle. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 becomes a double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. After that, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 double crochets. You see that? So this is your first corner. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have this corner. Look, you have this corner, you have this corner, you have this corner, and we're going to make the last corner. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to take my hook, my crochet hook, and I'm going to go to the very top of the 3rd chain that I made. Remember the first time we made 3 chains, and this is the top. See, 1, 2, 3. This is the top of the 3rd chain. So I'm going to do a slip stitch into that 3rd chain, and I'm going to pull through 2. Now I'm going to go on top of the next stitch, which is the top of the double crochet. We're going to go under where you see the two threads, and you're going to pull through all the loops. That's a slip stitch. Now we're going to go to the next double crochet. We're going to go under the 2 loops, pull through all the way. Now we're at a corner. Okay, we're at a corner. So we're going to go under the chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch. Did you see what I just did? Here's the corner. We're going to go right under the chain 2 space, and we're going to slip stitch all the way through. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3. And we're going to do 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Wait, I gotta pull some more yarn. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to chain 2 and do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go to the next corner, and we're going to do the same thing. Well, not exactly the same thing, because when you start each round, you're going to chain 3 first, and then you're going to do the double crochets. So now that we've done the chain 3, and we did 2 double crochets here, we chained 2 and did 3 double crochets. Now we're going to go to this corner and do 3 double crochets. No chaining. We're going to do 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We go to the next corner, We're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Same corner, we're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So now we have this corner, the second corner, we just did the 3rd corner, and we're going to do the last corner. We're going to go right into the chain 2 space, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. 2, 3, and we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, And we're going to do 3 double crochets in the same corner. 1, 2, 3. So now we have to close this. We have to close and make a square because you have 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners, 4 corners. So what do? We slip stitch at the top of the 3rd chain. Because remember, at the beginning of each round, you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to slip stitch, top of the 3rd chain. We're going to slip stitch under the 2 loops of the next double crochet. We're going to slip stitch. And the last double crochet, we're going to slip stitch. So what you're going to do now, you're going to go under the chain 2 space and you're going to slip stitch. And you see your corners? Now you have your corners. 1, 2 here and 2 up here. We're going to chain 3. Remember, every round when you start your next row, you got to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet once. Double crochet twice. Chain 2. 1, 2. Double crochet 1. Double crochet 2. Double crochet 3. Now, this is how it's always going to look when you start your 2nd round. It's always going to look like that. And you're always going to have to go into the top of the chain 3. Okay, so it's always going to look like this when you start your round. So let's continue. You're going to double crochet in the next space, 3 double crochets. Because now you're going to have more spaces each round you go until you get to the corner. Now you're at the corner. 3 double crochets. No chaining 3, you just do your 3 double crochets. And you chain 2. 1, 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Next space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2. Oops. 3. Now we're at another corner. So it's 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. You chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now you got to go to the next space. It's not the corner yet, but you go to the next space. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Here's your corner. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2. 3 double crochets in the same space in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Here's a space. Here's your space. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now here we are again. We have to close this to make a complete square. So you go to the top of the 3rd chain that you started. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go into the very top of the 3rd chain and we're going to slip stitch. So you go into the chain and you pull the yarn through like this. You see that? We're going to go in the double crochet. You see the 2 spaces. You pull through all the loops. That's a slip stitch. 1 more double crochet to go through. So we go through the double crochet loop, see the 2 loops? And we're going to pull through all 3 loops right there. And then we're going to go under the chain 2 space and we're going to pull through. And then when you pull through, it's a slip stitch. And then you chain 3 again. And remember, every time you chain 3, it's a double crochet, and then you just do 2 more double crochets, chain 2, and then do 3 more double crochets in the corner. And then you continue on. You're going to do 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets here, and you're going to go into the corner, and you're going to do just what you did in the previous row. You're going to double crochet 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in here, as well as this corner. Every corner, that's what you're going to do until you go all the way around. And that's how you make your square. I'll be back in a second to show you how to add a color and do a border. Be right back. Hey, I'm back, and I'm going to show you how to make the border. Now remember, your last row, you are like this, your last row, okay? And we're going to close it in to make the square. Top of the 3rd chain, we're going to do a slip stitch. Above the next double crochet, we're going to do a slip stitch, okay? The last double crochet, we're doing a slip stitch. Now, we are going to change colors. So what I do, this is what I do. I mean, you could either do it here or you can do it when you slip stitch under the chain 2 space, which is what I prefer. So once you slip stitch, go under the chain 2 space and slip stitch, and then I'm going to change colors. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, bam. I'm going to add this white. Now, I tie mine. That's what I do. I tie the yarn together. Okay, this is what I do. I tie the yarn and make a knot. I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Chain 2. 1, 2, 3. Double crochets. Next space, 1, 2, 3, double crochets all the way around because it's getting bigger now. Okay. Here we are at the corner. 3 double crochets. Chain 2. 3 double crochets. Then you have your spaces. You got to go into your spaces. 3 double crochets. Going all the way around. Here we are at the corner. 3 double crochets. Chain 2. 3 double crochets. You see that? You have 2 spaces to fill. You're going to get more spaces every row you go because you're making your granny square blanket big enough for a baby, a toddler, or an adult. Okay? And here we are at the next corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then you got to go into your spaces. 1, 2, 3. Your last space before the corner. See your last space before the corner? 1, 2. Oops. Oh, string is in my way. 3. Okay. Now, we're going to close it again. Top of the 3rd chain, you do your slip stitch. Slip stitch under the double crochet. Whoops. Slip stitch under the double crochets. Slip stitch. Okay. And then you slip stitch. Now, when you want to do the border, this is what you do. You go under the single crochet. Yeah, and you slip stitch. And now we're going to do 3 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3. Because that's your corner. You have to have 3 single crochets in your corner. And then you're going to single crochet above every double crochet stitch. So here's 3 double crochets, and you're going to single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And here's your other set of 3. Every double crochets, you're going to single crochet around. Even though you see this space in between, don't worry about that because you're going into the top of the next double crochet. You see that? See how it's closing up? See? Every double crochet. And now you're getting into the corner. So you're going to do 3. 3 single crochets. See how that makes the corner correct or even around? Okay, it's not bunched or anything. You do 3. And then you continue around. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go to the next corner. 1, 2, 3. Just the top of the double crochets you're going to put in the single crochets. And then when you get into the 2 chains in the corner, you're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then top of the next double crochet. Okay, so continue going around your blanket and I'll get back to you. All right? Be right back. So I'm going to slip stitch right into this chain area. And I'm going to slip stitch. And I'm going to cut the string. So I'm going to pull this tight. I'm going to pull it tight. You see that? I'm going to pull it tight. If I change colors and I have my knots here, okay, this here, the easiest thing for me, I get a smaller size needle. I'm going to go through the back like this, and I'm going to pull the yarn through like that. See that? I'm going to take this one, go through the back loops, and I'm going to pull the yarn through. See? And I'm going to go through here, through and through. I'm going to pull the yarn through. See? And I'm going to pull the other yarn through. See? And then all I have to do is cut it. And then you've hidden it. You see that? See that? I'm going to do it here too. Let's see. I'm going to pull the yarn through. I'm going to go through here with my smaller needle. And I'm going to pull the yarn through. Whoops. Come on. Oh. You just got to make sure you grab it right. Okay, so I'm going to pull it through. See? Pull it through. And I'm going to pull it through some more. I'm going to pull it through. See that? Like that. And then I'm just going to cut it. You see? And here's the back. You don't see any more loose thread. And here's the front. It's going to come out really good. It's beautiful. The next time I see you, what am I going to show you? It'll be a surprise. How's that?